Hi, welcome and thank you for joining us for this Neometals Investor Update. My name is Christy Bryson from Investor Relations Consultancy, Corporate Storytime. Neometals is a diversified project developer focused on gold and critical minerals with a portfolio spanning sustainable upstream resource opportunities and downstream processing technologies. I am pleased to be joined today by Chris Reed, Managing Director and CEO of Neometals. In this session, we'll be discussing the company's recent announcement of the execution of a binding mining services agreement and production joint venture for their Ironclad gold project deposit in Barrambie. This is a significant milestone that moves Neometals towards potential near-term gold production. Chris, can you talk us through today's announcement and what it means for Neometals?
So we've just announced the execution of definitive agreements with BML Ventures for the development of the Ironclad gold deposit, sort of phase one at our 100% owned Barrambie gold project. So it's a mining service agreement and a production joint venture where BML Ventures will fund, develop and operate an open pit on a specific mining lease that covers the deposit. And splitting the net proceeds after cost recovery 50-50. So importantly, this converts our previously announced letter of intent to a binding framework that provides a clear pathway towards potential production, subject to final approvals and a positive investment decision.
Why is this transaction strategically important?
This transaction is fundamentally about de-risking and accelerating development without needing to complete the formal studies required for a typical project financing through debt and equity. BML Ventures brings proven open pit mining capabilities, an owner-operator fleet, and established toll milling relationships. So that allows us to leverage their mining expertise and capital rather than doing that ourselves, and allows our geological team to concentrate on building the resource inventory by extending the Ironclad deposit, down plunge and along strike, as well as testing numerous brownfields targets over more than 300 square kilometres of tenure. In short, it's the fastest, most capital efficient way to start unlocking the value of this camp scale opportunity at the Barrambie Gold Project.
What does the project look like economically and operationally?
The Ironclad deposit is well suited to developing a small scale near surface open pit operation and trucking the order for toll processing at a regional mill. Our recent scoping study outlined the potential production of between 10 and 11,000 ounces of gold based on a relatively short development timeline. We also benefit from free milling, mineralisation, strong metallurgical recoveries and access to third-party toll mills through BML's existing relationships. Importantly, under this joint venture structure, BML funds the development and operating costs, which significantly reduces the upfront capital requirements for Neometals.
What are the key conditions and risks investors should understand?
As with any project of this nature, there are conditions precedent and broader project development risks. On the conditions side, we still need to finalise the toll milling agreement, complete the grade control drilling, update the mineral resource, prepare a new mine plan and budget, and ultimately reach a positive investment decision. In terms of risk, it's an early stage production project, so the cost outcomes, the gold price and resource confidence are all important. The joint venture structure does help by reducing the funding and execution risk compared to going it alone. So investors should keep in mind permitting and timing risk, how the operation performs in practice, counterparty and joint venture risks, financing costs or timelines, if timelines move, community stakeholder and native title considerations, all the things the lawyers want me to say.
What are the next milestones and timeline to production?
The immediate focus is on advancing towards that final investment decision. So the near-term milestones for us would be including, announcing the grade control results, our other technical work, finalising the permitting and approvals, advancing the native title agreement and locking in the toll processing agreement. So subject to these steps, the scoping study contemplates a potential pathway to mining in early 2027. More broadly, Ironclad is intended to be the first step in a broader gold strategy at Barrambie, where we see significant exploration upside across the greenstone belt. This joint venture positions Neometals to move back into gold production in a disciplined, capital-efficient way, while maintaining exposure to the exploration upside. We look forward to updating the market as we progress towards development.
Chris, thank you so much for your time today. That is really exciting progress for Neometals. This is a strong step towards unlocking value at Barrambie and moving closer to potential gold production. We're looking forward to seeing how this develops and keeping investors updated along the way. Thank you so much for joining us.